only one I like.
The only way I roll is smooth.
Yeah, who is eating crunchy peanut butter?
Perverts.
Yeah, if you're eating,
that's
I'm pretty sure that's a sin.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's one.
Oh, yeah.
well, you can tell because when you go in, like you got to search for creamy peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
But crunchy, it's right there in the front, smacking you in the face.
Yeah.
They're always
hundreds
full.
of them.
Eye level.
Yeah, that's right. Eye level.
If I went over to a dang friend's house when I was young and they had crunchy peanut butter, I just called Dad to come pick me up.
I don't want to stay the night with these people.
No.
Yeah.
Can't stay here.
I might can hang out for a little bit, but I'm definitely not sleeping here.
No. No. But that's a good story. So you having a hard time seeing today?
Yeah, I have these sunglasses on because it's bright and my eyes are sensitive. Not really, but I have just woken up. But I will say, anybody who is like, hey, you shouldn't make fun of blind people. Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm almost blind.
Right.
And
you get a pass.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty close. I feel like if I would be useless if everything popped off, and we all had to survive and fight and stuff like that. Because if I didn't have contacts or glasses, I'm useless.
Oh, yeah.
You just toss me out on the front line, let me be that target.
In other words, you need a machine gun.
You ain't maybe got one of them Cadillacs, have you?
Oh, no. I think those will come later in life. I'll get those later. But I think right now it's just shit vision. Yeah, I mean, my eyes are just giving up. I think they're the first ones that are like, meh.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Your eyes, my heart.
Yeah. Then we'll go see who quits first.
Yeah. Yeah. But Josh and I, would go play basketball at the city courts outside in Walhalla for, a time. And until we got a key to a real gym, then we'd go inside, like adults. But we were playing one day, and we were obviously the oldest people there, right? But there were probably 7 or 8, youngsters.
Mexicans.
There was a couple, couple Mexicans.
And there were a couple,
non-Caucasians?
No, there were actually none non-Caucasian. There was a couple half Caucasians, and then us.
Yeah.
Fully.
So we had a basketball court, and y'all were playing, and it's outside, and you had some Mexicans playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
they came over they were playing in the other, what used to be tennis courts, and now they fenced it in and made it a soccer, like a semi-circle soccer.
So let me get this right. So you had some Mexicans that gave up soccer to come and play basketball with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're pretty good salesmen.
That's newsworthy.
Right? Yeah, we can get that on TV or something.
But the best part about it was it was a really sunny day, and so Josh is out there playing in his sunglasses he was just wearing.
Because I do that. On sunny days, the sun does affect my eyes to an extent. So.
And so we were playing, and they're kids. They're middle school, early high school, and so we play like a couple games, and then they're like, "Man, you guys are pretty good," and we're like, "Yeah." And
thanks.
Yeah.
No, we're just not 4'6".
Yeah, basically.
We got a little bit of advantage right now.
And so I forgot what started it, but we explained to these children that Josh was blind. And
he was real good before he went blind.
Yeah, you should have seen him before he lost his vision. My gosh.
I don't know how many times I said that, but we convinced them that he was blind. And so I'm, filling this story out, saying, hey, he can't see, So then I walk over to Josh and say, hey, they think you're blind. And so now we start playing it up. And so we're playing, and they're like, man, how does he do that? And I was like, well, he hears the sounds real well.
He uses his ears.
He hears
his eyes is shit, but
he hears your
good.
feet. Yeah. He hears your feet moving, and he knows where he needs to be. And they were eating it up, right?
I can tell which way your hips are pointed by the sound of your feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said something, and like one of them tried to block a shot. They're like, how'd you know I was going to block it? And he's like, I can tell how tall you are by the sound of how you're breathing.
How you breathe.
Yeah. And so it's hilarious because we do something. I'm like, hey, I'm going to, slide my foot on the asphalt. And when you hear it, you make your cut, right? So we don't even have to say anything. So we do that a couple times, and they're like, "This is insane."
So they start to play it up like we got a system.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a really,
So
really
now,
good
before we're communicating, I'm talking Josh through where to go and what to do. Then we stop talking, and we're still playing like we are. And so
at that point, they were like, "Okay, he's his brother's guiding him around. Okay, I could see. He could work with that." When we stopped talking is when it got awesome.
Oh, these kids are losing their mind. They're like, they start taking pictures of him. They're texting their buddies like, "Hey, you got to get down there. There's a blind guy beating the shit out of us."
They're snapping their friends.
And so people are showing up now to see this blind guy play basketball.
At that point, I was getting a little worried. I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah,
somebody might know me.
Well, so we play a little bit longer, and there's kids walking over from the damn gas station that's across the street, and so now there's
looking like Rucker Park out there almost right now.
Not only are there 10 kids playing, there's 10 kids watching now who got the call, hey,
come check out this blind guy.
There's a blind guy out here playing basketball. So we play, and the best part of it is we get ready to leave, right? And we drove separate there.
You got caught.
Yep.
And so, I got Josh's arm, and we're walking out to our cars, and one of them asked, I said, "Does he drive?" Yeah, he drives.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
And they're like, "How does he drive?" We're like, he puts his windows down, and he can hear the cars, really well, and he knows where to go. He's like, "How does he see at red lights?" It's just a feeling in his heart he gets. And these kids are just eating it up. So we go getting our damn Challengers, and they're like,
not only do I have a car, but I have a sports car.
Yeah. No way.
With no dents.
Too fast. No dents at all. No brush guard either, which is amazing.
And I tell him, I was like, sometimes, I just, I'll follow him wherever he needs to go. And like, if he needs a turn, I'll beep the horn. Let him know. So we're pulling out now, and I'm beeping the horn. And here goes Josh.
One turns for right, 2 turns for left.
Yeah.
Or horn, excuse me.
2 beeps for left. And these to this day, those children are telling that story.
Y'all remember the time the blind guy came up to the Wallace
sitting around
City
doing
Court?
a podcast saying, "You ought to have been there the day we played the blind boy."
We have never seen him again. We don't know where he went. We think he's an angel.
Yeah. It was like angels in the outfield, but it was like blind Josh at the basketball court.
It was a real shitty made version of it.
And then before, so we go out another day, and there's some of the same kids there, and they're like, "Why is he not wearing his glasses?" And I was like, "Just cross your eyes."
And that was tough.
Yeah,
I could do that.
And
for
so
about,
we end up telling them, the 2 that are there, like, he's not really blind.
I wasn't blind this whole time.
Yeah,
but y'all believed.
It's a miracle. He can see.
He's been healed.
Yeah, and so then some of the Mexican kids come over and want to play again, and then we hear one of them say, "Let's go over there and fight." And we're like, "What?"
Oh,
and not talking about coming to fight us. They're talking about going to a tennis court to fight each other.
Yeah.
And then one of them comes over there, he's like, "You guys want to go fight?" And we're like,
No, that's not a good idea.
And then the question was, I forgot how he phrased it, but he's like, "You afraid you're going to get your ass kicked?" And we're like, "I'm afraid I'm going to go to jail."
Yeah. You can't be out here punching a 13-year-old in the head.
Yeah, you guys can go fight and get spankings from your parents if you have parents. We fight a 13-year-old, we go to jail.
Oh, dude, but they were talking mad shit, I will say. Like, if it's one thing kids these days know how to do, it's just talk shit.
Yeah.
Because they are good, man.
Well, one of them was named Kevin, and I feel like it was, there was a, what's the thing over the, it's not a dot over the I, but like a
squiggly.
Yeah. It was like Kevion or something from Mexico. And he was the one talking, like, he's like, "Oh, I'll beat you, I'll do this, I'll do that." And then he was the worst player I've ever seen.
Well, they got a bunch of new recruits coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're on the way.
They're down there now waiting.
Yeah. If we can get them here, we'll pull out the sunglasses and go back up there.
It's like rec league sign-up day down there. They're waiting.
Yeah, fuck around. I might be a legend like the Chupacabra.
Oh,
My
yeah.
God. You know what I'm saying?
We could go to Mexico one day for a vacation of some sort, or like a remote podcast, and there could be damn billboards of a picture of you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, just the damn.
He's back.
I was gonna say Blind Fury. That name hadn't already been taken. I would take that, but I don't know. We could think of something like Dr. Blind or something like that.
Yeah.
Be careful, he'll cross you up
The
like his
optometrist.
eyes. Yeah. the optometrist.
You know, they got the professor, and then they got Dr. J. You could be the optometrist.
That's right, boy.
You know?
Crossing you up like his eyes.
Yeah.
The doctometrist.
Yeah. So that was a good day, man. We had a fun
that
time
was fun, man.
But, you know, fooling kids is hilarious. Another thing that fools kids, I think, and I found out about it yesterday, SpongeBob's apparently gay.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
I did not know that SpongeBob was gay.
Well, I always questioned him little shoes he had on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, he had them. Well, he went crazy over some boots one time.
Yeah.
They were on sale, and he went crazy over them. Which
Was
I
he
thought
at the
that
Jockey
was
Lot?
weird. No, it wasn't at the Jockey Lot. No. He's
you
gay.
said they had boots on sale. I just assumed.
No, he's
Yeah, but he's gay. And
Yeah.
they don't take kindly there at
I
the
don't-
Jockey Lot.
Yeah, Jockey Lot's probably one of the most dangerous places to go
If you're gay, yeah.
if you're gay. So,
But I saw it
Don't do that.
on some news channel, and it was like the third story. Like the first story was a caravan of illegal immigrants wrecked into a gravel truck, and 47 people died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 of them
insane.
in that
They
one
said it was-
SUV.
Yeah.
they said it was a van, and it was a
Expedition. It was an expedition.
Yeah.
They took all the seats out. All the seats.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I guess
driver was standing up driving.
Yeah. He was sitting on somebody's back. He was kneeling down, you know. That was the lead story. The second story was Biden signed his name again.
Yeah.
But in the third story was SpongeBob was gay. I was like, surely there's more real shit going on in the world than a cartoon being gay.
a
And the
cartoon
fourth
came
story
out of
had
the
to be
closet.
about Cuomo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And the fifth story was that damn Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Dude, they're coming
Two-
after people, bruh.
Why can't these murder hornets find these people that's coming up with this shit and attack them?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Well,
nobody's even talking about the murder hornets.
Yeah, what happened
What
to
happened?
those?
I thought that was going to be a thing.
What? Murder hornets?
Yeah. Nobody's even talking about it no more.
Well, I think they're planning an attack, probably. Like, if you ever, you have an enemy on your own soil and you don't hear from them for...
It's like a sleeper cell of murder hornets.
yeah, them
Laying
4
low.
months.
Well, they
Laying
say,
low.
they're claiming that Trump and all his men are training these murder hornets.
Man, that'd be
you
crazy.
know.
Shit, I wish I could train a bee.
I could
But you
see
talking
Earl,
about
I could see
people,
Earl training to be.
You're talking about people that, fall for stuff. And, I do this all the time, especially between Seneca and Clemson. I'll be easing through there. You can go 80 miles an hour on that road. I'll be easing through there about 75, and I got several cars that want to go with me, but they don't want to pass me. They want me to get the ticket.
Yeah.
So I'll run up, and then I'll get over in the right lane and hit my brakes real quick, slow down to about 50. Every one of them do it.
Yeah.
Every one of them do it.
Yeah. They just follow us.
He knows something. He knows something.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah,
They,
he knows
they
the
wanted
secret.
you to be that rabbit out front.
That's right.
And said, nope, flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
Skirt.
Yeah, you lead for a little while.
Yeah, y'all go ahead.
You damn Subaru. I was thinking about that yesterday, I think. I passed a Subaru going down the road, and I thought, I can say this without a doubt, that I've never in my life met someone who owns a Subaru that I like them as a person.
Well, everyone's got all these stickers on the back.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
kind
And a
of.
lot of them I don't understand. It's like 3.6 and
Yeah.
48.1 and,
Weird numbers.
I think a lot of them are like, that's how far we hiked yesterday, but also it could be that's what my IQ is.
I thought it was how far they had to walk after the damn thing quit somewhere. They had to walk 4.8 miles to get help.
To get
Yeah.
to the
well,
gas
here I
station.
am turning my radio. I think it's radio stations.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, now I do think, and you guys could tell me because Subaru's been around for a while, but apparently one of their claim to fame is it'll go a million miles.
Yeah.
It's gonna run.
They won't die.
Yeah,
They just won't die.
yeah. And the problem is, I want to, I don't want to say it out loud, but I want to kill a lot of the drivers who drive them because they're not good drivers.
They're not good drive. And if it's a guy, I guarantee you he's going to be, he got an old thin face and he got hair spiked up a little bit and he got a beard and glasses. Every
yeah.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
Well, that's a
time.
prerequisite, I think. When you fill out a credit app to buy a Subaru, or you fill out something that says, hey, I want to get a Subaru, they're like, there's check boxes. Like, do you have glasses?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you can keep going.
But
You
see,
can-
we can tell you now. You ask Earl. In high school, you know who drove Subaru?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Good
They didn't
point.
even. There wasn't a Subaru in the parking lot.
It wasn't
Of
no
any
place.
high
There
school.
wasn't no place to put the gun rack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Good point. But I love the commercials that they do though, because every, Chevy trucks, they're going off road. They're hauling a bunch of lumber. Ford trucks, they're going 700 miles an hour down a gravel road for some reason.
Yeah.
They're towing a trailer. Dodge trucks, they're doing a little bit of each of those things, just at a cheaper price. But then the Subaru commercials, every one of them is like got a real sad piano playing.
Yeah.
It's like trying to convince you to buy one.
It's like your kid is going to be safe in this. He could do fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
He could be drunk off 4 locos or 8 locos or however many locos.
However, to get him drunk
and roll this thing 7 times down a damn embankment, and he's going to be just fine.
And when he does, he's fine.
Yeah.
He can get out and stagger
Subaru.
out.
Because that's where they always show their vehicles, out in the middle of nowhere on some little half-lane dirt road at the bottom of a mountain next to a stream.
Well, that's the only place they can go and not get made fun of.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Usually because they got 2 or 3 dogs in the back. They got
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is take that commercial, but then have like a part 2 where they're towing the Subaru like out of the ravine.
Yeah.
And then the guy's, he's okay. He's scratched up, but he's okay. He just gets in it and drives home. He's like, I'm fine, Mom.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Car's fine too.
Yeah. It's still going.
He's standing at the top of the bank fussing at the truck driver. Don't scratch it. Don't scratch it. Easy. I got to drive this thing home.
Easy. My mom is going to beat my ass.
That's not going to buff out, okay?
This Subaru's 44 years old. She's had it since she was a damn baby.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be damned if I'm the one that kills it.
but I do, man. I just think about it, and I've bought a few cars in my lifetime. You guys have bought a number of cars in your lifetime.
I ain't never bought no Subaru.
No Subaru.
I've never even considered buying a Subaru. Ever.
No,
I've never thought when I'm looking for a car, any kind of car, not just for me, for Carrie, for anything. It's never once even been considered to look at a Subaru.
I
Where's
think in
the
the back of
Subaru
my
dealership?
mind, and for whatever reason,
Homosexual hotspots.
when I think of Subaru, I think of some kind of big old snake in Africa somewhere, slithering through the, the weeds and stuff. There goes a Subaru.
That's a Subaru right there.
Yeah.
Oh, be
Well,
careful.
I
We
think
got a
of-
wild Subaru.
Isn't a Subaru, isn't it the actual thing, like a deformed kangaroo or something? Aren't they made in Australia?
I don't know about that.
Kangaroos?
I can't confirm that.
Yeah. No, Subaru.
Kangaroos 100%.
Yeah.
Subaru's not so sure on.
Oh. Is it
But they
Swedish?
do have the Outback.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's maybe
their-
what I'm thinking.
No, I think that's
That's probably what I'm thinking.
They might be made in Australia. Who knows, man? Volvo, I thought, was that.
They got a
Volvo's made in
new.
Sweden.
That's it.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
what
of.
I'm getting switched.
They got a new Subaru that's coming out, because I was thinking about this and I was like, well, let me see if any of their cars even look good. They got a Subaru miniature truck coming out. It's called the Diggeri-Boo. And it comes with one.
It comes with a Diggeri-Boo rack.
What I want to know is who invented the Diggeri-Boo and why?
I think it was somebody who was trying to probably scare their parents.
I think it was a joke at first,
Yeah. It
had to
probably.
be.
And then it.
Because there was a point in time where I scared my grandpa repeatedly. And
We did that just about every weekend. Didn't we?
well, see, that mine was different. Yours was I could
scared
have
the hell out
Y'all
of
was
them
actually,
every weekend.
real danger.
yours was
probably.
more of like a danger. Oh my gosh, something's wrong. Mine was he couldn't hear well, so I'd sneak, kind of in the next room and start making a bunch of weird sounds. And one of the best ones ever. So he lived. This was Mom's dad. He lived with my aunt in Simpsonville, and so I'd go stay over there in summers. Had a nice pool, whatever. So I forgot how I came to be owning a stuffed alien that was about 3 feet tall.
You won it.
Yeah, somewhere, obviously. I would never purchase it.
No, you didn't buy it.
I mean, I spent a lot of money to get it, I'm sure, but
The ticket was worth it.
Wasn't he like a lime green alien?
yeah, it was a lime green alien with like a purple robe and a weird hat. And so I would just constantly, make sounds and make him think something was wrong. And looking back, it was kind of a jerk thing to do because he was older, So
I started
something,
laughing at this when I think about it.
yeah, so something could have been wrong,
Well, yeah, but
And he couldn't hear well, and
I can see worse. So,
yeah, couldn't see what. And so one night I went he stayed upstairs, and there was a bedroom, you know. I went upstairs and put this stuffed alien on his toilet. And then I would sleep on the couch, you know, in the living room. So the next morning I wake up and I hear him and my aunt talking back and forth, right? And I'm just waking up, so I'm, you know, got the brain fog going on, trying to get my bearings, and I hear him say, "That's a little feller up there." Little feller. And my aunt was like, "What?" He's like, "There's a little feller up there on my toilet." And she's like, and now she's thinking he's losing his mind.
She's thinking this is early onset dementia.
Yeah,
it's coming in hot.
Do y'all
There's
do
a little
like
feller.
I do? When I think of this whole story, I think of Roger getting up and going there, opening the door, and seeing him in there, and say, "Oh, excuse me, go ahead."
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Opens the door,
That
sees him,
is
sorry. Didn't mean to bother you.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm hearing this and I'm putting it together like what's happening. He's like, "There's a little green feller on my toilet," you know. And my aunt's like, "What are you talking about?" And now I'm thinking, here's what's the rest of their days are being mapped out in the back of their mind. They don't even know it. Mm-hmm. She's gonna have to spend the rest of her day looking for like long-term assisted living care for him, and he is gonna have to convince someone there's a little green man on his toilet, right?
And you had already went and took it.
Yeah, and now I'm laughing.
So you're high. At this point, you're like, they're not on there no more.
Well, see, that was where it got so my aunt doesn't go upstairs much, right?
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "There's a little guy on my toilet. I don't know if he's using the bathroom, what he's doing, but he's in there." So
at this point, he's a little bit scared of
it. If you'd put him in Roger's bed.
Yeah. And so now I kind of get up, and now I'm trying to control my laughter, but I can't. And so my aunt's hearing me, and now she knows, oh, Kaleb did something.
It's something to do with Kaleb. He messing with him.
She said, "Go up there and see if there's a little green man on his toilet." I said, "There he is." So he's like, I got to go do something. So he leaves, and I go get the green man and bring it out, and she has a good laugh. And she's like, "You can't be scaring him like that." I'm like, it was worth it to me. You know, it's hilarious.
We still laugh to this day, don't we?
Yeah, that was at least 15 years ago.
Oh, my God.
At least. And it's still a freaking hilarious.
Well, I only met Roger a couple of times, but one time I did meet him. I think I had him convinced that he was late for work.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that might be
I was gonna say,
hereditary,
I'm
too,
sure
now that
did.
you mention that.
Yep. That's a good point. Yeah.
Convince him he's late for work.
That's a fun game.
Yeah,
it is.
Like
Seeing if
like
you can
convincing me you got to go to work.
Yes,
Yeah.
I tried.
In
I
all
was
honesty,
trying my damnedest.
Earl, have you ever been a salesman in your life?
No.
Okay. You could be, I feel like, very easily. Because that's what I do every day. I try to convince someone of something, right? Sometimes it's real easy. Sometimes it's real difficult. But I'll find myself doing stuff like this. Like,
Tell them about the time you convinced Uncle Ed there's a ghost upstairs with the keyboard.
oh, yeah. Yeah, so same house, same location.
Same upstairs.
Same people.
Same people, right? There's a keyboard that has been in that family since I was born. And it's a Yamaha keyboard. It's, nice, whatever. And it's got these buttons on it that make like sounds, right? And so one of them was like, ha, ha, yeah, yeah, And then there's also a button that you can push and it'll do like a demo of all of its things. So play itself, right? It's a player keyboard.
There's a bunch of heys and, what is it? The cymbals, a whole bunch of like
crashes, and drums,
crashes, and like a damn little beat pad.
Yeah. So,
but it must have had a timer on it too.
Yeah. So I was there when I was a kid or whatever, and I was up there messing with, I thought I could figure out how to play the piano. I couldn't,
But you could hit them buttons.
I could. And so I left it on, and I left. And so about every 2 hours, it would cycle through and start doing its demo. And so I go back from whatever I was doing, probably buying fireworks or something. And I go back, and my uncle's like, "There's something going on upstairs." And he's like, you been up there? I was like, no, I've been gone for however long, and he's like, something's up there. And I was like, well, I'll go check it out, because he didn't go upstairs a lot. I don't even know why they had a damn upstairs, to be honest,
Other than the house Roger.
Yeah. And their kids when they were young, I get that, but I just cut it off.
Yeah.
Seal it off. Anyway, so I go up there and I figure out, it takes me a minute, or it takes me a couple hours until this thing cycles back through and starts doing its thing, and I'm like, uh-oh, that's what it is.
There it is.
Because I left it on high, so it couldn't be louder.
It's just sitting up there in an empty bedroom, just sitting there playing.
And so I come in downstairs and I said, I don't know what it is, knowing what it is. And he said, hey, might be a ghost up there. And I was like, yeah.
Let's go with that.
There could be. There could be. And I was like,
this is a 60-year-old man, too, now.
Yeah. But see, looking back on it, now that I'm thinking about it, he was selling me is what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably knew that you had something to do with it.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not falling for a little green alien on my toilet.
Yeah, because this was after that. So he knew.
He kind of knew what your
You
MO
had set a
was.
precedent.
But what is the funniest part about that is this is a keyboard that you can either plug in or you can put like 11 D batteries in it, and it'll play without no power. I cannot stress this enough that those batteries have never been changed, and I'm 31 years old. Those are some damn good batteries.
Yeah,
because they've lasted 30 years in a piano that plays every 2 hours.
I mean, my God.
I just
need to see what that is. Is it Duracell?
Yeah, those are original Duracells, I think, before they start, watering them down.
Yeah, the good ones.
Yeah.
The ones we got these days are diluted. Those are the real
If
deals.
you put 2D Duracell batteries in a sock, you'd kill anybody.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Long sock, 2D batteries in the bottom of it. Just
Call you David, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, you could put anybody down.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. When they started saying, like, oh, yeah, you're going to have a vaccine passport.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's bullshit, number one.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to, if I have to have a vaccine passport, I want people getting their freaking body mass index checked at the airport, too.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to do it fair, we're going to do it fair.
Yeah.
I
don't want fat people on the plane.
Yeah, dude, I don't want fat people, fat people with COVID on the plane.
I don't want fat people weighing down the plane that I'm on. You know what I mean?
Cause it to lift to one side.
Yeah.
Well, I have noticed, like a few times I've flown, that the fat people, they'll separate them. They'll put one up here and one up here. Kind of like rotating your tires.
Yeah.
I guess
when I flew out to Waco, they put me right in the middle of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, here, you stay here.
Yeah, you got to be
right
in the
over
middle,
the wing
middle
where
row.
it balances out.
And I thought, it was funny. I was like, hi, I'm fat, and I'm looking around. I'm like, hey, I'm the biggest guy on this plane. I think it's like a twofold thing. They were like, hey, don't get up. Try not to go to the bathroom. If you get up, you get up, walk real ginger.
Yeah, take light steps.
And then, but also if shit starts popping off, I think they wanted, they got the stewardess and the pilot up front. Well, I'm sure they got a stewardess in the back, to kind of maintain. They wanted somebody in the middle who could keep order.
That's right.
Women and children, jump.
Yeah.
We don't have parachutes. I don't know. They just said jump.
All right.
So get on out.
Yeah. Or if the plane starts nosediving, they're like, Caleb, run to the back. And then it's like, oh, yeah, just lay it down.
Yeah. Just sits it down easy.
Just sit it down. Sit it down easy.
Start jumping.
I'm going to fly later this month.
Earl's
I
like,
ain't
"Stop
sure
talking
I'm all
like
gigged
that."
up for it, but I got to fly.
Yeah.
Well, when you board, just take note where they sit the fat people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If I were you, I would
Confirm.
definitely volunteer for the exit seat, like the aisle, where you can
I
exit.
won't in control of that. I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my thing. If they're like, hey, you're sitting in this aisle, and they told the guy, when I guess they do it on every flight.
Mm-hmm.
They told the guy sitting on there like, hey, you have an extra responsibility. If something goes bad, you got to help people. Help. And I'm like, you can hand me a baby and I'll take it with me. I'll jump with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't jumping with no bitch on my back. No. I need to know where's the parachute.
Yeah. How do I work it?
And then if you want to toss me a papoose while I'm finna jump,
that's fine.
I'll carry it down.
I can carry
I'll
it.
catch it and carry it.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't fumble it. At least while I'm getting out of the plane. Now on the way down, if I got to take two hands to pull the thing,
Who knows?
R.I.P. baby.
Is what it is. I'll try to catch you. I'll try
to toss you up, pull the thing, catch you again.
And you would think if you're gonna sit in one of those seats, and you had this extra responsibility, they'd give you an extra bag of peanuts or something, some kind of compensate you for your troubles.
Yeah, extra drink maybe.
No,
something.
they don't do that.
The asshole that was on the plane that I was on, he thought it was funny, because I guess he's like, oh, I fly all the time, ain't nothing gonna happen. Yeah, well, this is my first time flying, so calm down. He's over there. He's like, and then if you do this on the door, if you pull the door this way, it opens up. I'm like, quit touching it. I'm like 6 rows back. I'm like, stop doing it, David. Quit, idiot.
It's not funny.
Yeah. Like I'm telling. I start pushing the button,
raising your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when the plane lands, everybody claps.
Yeah, like we made it. We made it. Yes.
If I pull into my driveway, nobody claps.
No, because it's a normal thing.
I did my job. Yeah. I did what I needed to do.
And your odds are better in a plane than in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is that a fact?
That's a fact.
That is alarming.
More people die from automobile accidents than they do plane crashes.
Good point. But I also watched that movie Flight not long ago, and I need to know: are y'all serving alcohol on this flight? Also, how much did the pilot drink last night? Because I don't want to be flying and
upside down.
Yeah, I don't want him to turn the plane upside down for funsies.
Yeah, that's
don't
not
do
fun.
That. Yeah,
this isn't a game.
Yeah, go be a damn fighter pilot where you can cut cartwheels in the air or whatever you want to do with your plane. Don't do it with a bunch of people on here. We got places to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to work. You do your job so I can do mine.
Yeah,
stop making this a game. Work. I'm scared. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I told Josh yesterday, when I was going to the airport to fly for the first time, I was like, I'm going to back out of this. I'm not doing this. I didn't want to do it.
I'm about to get out.
But then I start going through the motions of you grab your thing out the car, you walk in the airport. Well, now you're in the airport. A lot of things in life, you just have to do it. Just do it.
Once you get started, you just got to go on.
Well, I prepared, because the guy I was flying with, he flies 7, 8, 10 times a year, so it's a thing for him. It ain't, it's nothing. I'm nervous. He said, yeah, you got to, when you go through security, you got to take your belt off and all that stuff. I came prepared. I wore a shirt like this. I wore basketball shorts. I had a tie on them and flip-flops and socks. I couldn't be more ready. I got my phone. I got my wallet. I put that in the thing. That's all I got. Sure as shit. Sir, we need you to come over here. Extra security. I'm like, what?
Hey, big man. Yeah. Get over here.
Yeah. So I go over there, and they're like, you have anything metal on you? I'm like, no, this is all I have.
I have nothing metal on me, literally.
And I'm trying to, make it fun because I'm nervous, and I'm trying not to be nervous. And I'm like, I got a couple metal rods in my leg, and they're like, which leg? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't have.
I got 3 feelings.
Yeah,
sir, don't joke about that.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Joking.
Sorry.
It's security.
Yeah. It's TSA, no jokes allowed.
And I'm like, all right, no, I'm good. So they start, patting me down, feeling me up, and then they're like, go get in that body scan. Well, that body scan's made for you, So I get in it. I'm filling that damn thing up. They're like, sir, we can't scan all of you at once. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it, They're like, just put 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I'm like, so they scan the left half of me, then they scan the right half, and they're like, all right, you're good to go. I'm like, shit. So the guy I'm with, he couldn't be laughing any harder. He's like, what'd you do? I was like, came to an airport.
Walked in here.
He grew to be oversized, and they're like, no. No.
Hey, big boy.
I think what they were doing was they were pulling me to the side, and they were on their little radios like, hey, Captain, we got a fatty coming through. You got a seat in the middle for him?
Yeah. Or no, it was more like, you think that's all fat, or you think he's got something stuffed up under that shirt?
Yeah.
I think it's all fat. We're good.
Yeah, we patted him down twice. It felt like fat. Yeah.
Shit.
But then, so I get through all that. Then there's like 45 minutes till we load on the plane. And so we're sitting around waiting, and it is 7:30 in the morning.
Far too early.
The guy I'm with is like, hey, you want to go get some breakfast? I was like, sure. We went to a damn Longhorn Steakhouse in the damn airport. Yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell? There's a Chick-fil-A right there. What are we doing?
Why are we sitting down here?
And they bring out a menu, and they got breakfast. I'm like, what the hell? this is weird.
Dude, airports are a totally different world, I feel like. I've never been in one. I've been at one.
Yeah.
I take that back. I went in GSP one time. I walked in there.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Oh, I ate a damn cookies and cream Nestle bar and threw up the first time I went to the airport. And hell, I was just waiting for somebody to get off a plane. I wasn't even getting on one.
I wasn't even that nervous.
Yeah. I think that was when I didn't realize I had diabetes, and I was like, you shouldn't have ate that whole damn candy bar, in 2 bites.
Maybe you need to pace yourself next time.
But I did, man. I got nervous. And then I got on the plane, and I know I've told this story on here, but this big old fat heifer gets on the last person on the plane, right? They come across, and they're like, hey, we're going to squeeze in, guys. We're full today. I'm like, shit.
Because you had an open seat beside you.
I
said, oh,
biggest guy on the
shit.
plane, so I'm taking up 2 of the 3 seats in our row. Guy I'm traveling with on the window. I'm kind of on the aisle making myself look bigger, so they don't think there's a seat. And here comes this heifer. And she got a big old bag of food with her, and they're like, let's see where the seat is. Anybody have an open seat? I'm putting my head down. I'm like, no,
not over here.
Take the next flight, And then they find it, and I'm like, shit. So I move over to the middle seat so this heifer can sit on the aisle. And we're getting ready to take off, right?
Pour out into the aisle.
Yeah, they're like, buckle in, we're doing a buckle. Everybody buckle your seatbelt like this. And this bitch is trying to open up her Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, God almighty. So she's struggling. She got her, if we get in the air, she's still struggling. And she's got her little fold down thing.
She's trying to set her plate? What's she doing?
Like, lady, what are you
open
doing?
Up your stuff and eat. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah. And so she's just fumbling it everywhere, and her drink's tipping over. And I'm like, let me hold that drink for a second. She's like, that'll be great, And it's a unappreciative woman. Mm-hmm. I won't describe her much further than that, but she's not appreciative. Mm-hmm. And so I'm holding her drink, and she's getting all her shit ready to eat, Well, she just starts eating. I'm still holding her drink. She just keeps eating. I said, hey, you can have this back.
Yeah.
Gave it back to her. She's like, sorry. I was like,
yeah.
Fuck you doing? I'm not going to hold this damn thing 45 minutes we're in the air till we get to Atlanta.
Yeah, what are you doing? My name ain't cup holder.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there praying. I'm like, please let some of these people get off in Atlanta. And sure enough, like 6 people got off. Well, this bitch wasn't moving. I was like, damn it. So I sat next to this heifer for 2.5 hours to Waco. And we get there, and everybody's like, all right. And now I'm like, let's get off of this plane. I don't like sitting near people. I don't like, being crowded. I don't like people, yeah.
This was pre-COVID.
No hurry, was she?
Oh, my God. And so I guess there's a, what do you call it? Like a
time limit?
No, like a set way of people getting off the plane, like a courtesy.
Like a process.
Yeah, like a protocol of, hey, people
Program.
up front, go ahead and grab your stuff, get out. Next people, grab your stuff, get out. When it comes to us, and there's a couple people trying to push off and get off real quick, and now I'm pissed off because I had to deal with this. I've been real nervous. I kind of got to poop a little bit.
I knew we'd get around to the pooping.
And I'm like, and so people are pushing through, and there's this old man. He's like, y'all go on. I'm like, shut your effing mouth before I lose my mind. And apparently you don't say that on a plane either. So anyway, this big bitch starts getting her stuff, and she's trying to find her little book bag she's got. Couldn't have a smaller book bag. I'm like, where the hell did you put it?
Nah, dude, it was still on her back probably.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, my
She's like, I can't find my book bag. I was like, is it this one you're wearing? She's like, oh, there it is.
No.
I'm like, so we get off, and she's moseying through the little thing toward the airport. I'm like,
Waddling.
Yeah.
What you say, waddling?
and so finally, I'm to a point now where I'm like, I'm fixing to go into like a real stressful business meeting in about 30 minutes, And I got to find somewhere to put my clothes on now.
And I still got to poop.
And I got to poop.
And poop.
So she's taking up the whole damn thing. I said, ma'am, you're going to have to get the fuck out the way. And now people are looking at me like I'm the biggest jerk in the world. And the guy I'm flying with is like, dude, you got to calm down. I'm like, no, I don't have to calm down.
No, I don't. I've been calm the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm to a point now where there's no turning back. And sure enough, we were staying out there for a week, and we were going 2 separate ways. I was going to Houston. He was going to Dallas. I called him
Why
up.
did you fly to Waco then?
Well, that was our first appointment. So we flew there, and then I I get going through the week, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna drive back. I don't want to fly back, because now I'm gonna have to fly back by myself.
It's 12 hours. You gonna drive back
out of Houston? I got to find a way to get to the Houston airport by 6 o'clock in the morning. And I've never done this, right?
What are you gonna do? Uber at 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah,
surely. There might be one or two, but
they're not gonna be good people.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to ride with those. Ride. No, those are the throw up carts.
I've never done this, right? I've never flown out of anywhere by myself, and I'm like, I sure the hell don't want to do it from Houston, a giant ass airport. If I fly by myself from Greenville to Greenville, okay, I can figure that out.
Yeah, it's pointless though.
Yeah, so I called him. I was like, hey, you cancel my ticket. I'm gonna just drive back. I'm gonna stop and see some customers on the way back. And I did, man. I drove back. I was like, nah,
15
I'll drive
hours,
this.
Boy.
I'll drive this. I made a good time too.
I was gonna say you probably beat him. Actually,
I did. I sure enough, I was coming back through Atlanta, and he was landing in Atlanta in about an hour. Nice. And I'd already passed the airport. He's texting me. He's like, "Hey, you pick me up in Atlanta. Just take me home." I was like, "Nah, sorry, I'm already past it."
Yeah, sorry, I already went past there.
Yeah, I could have stayed, but I was like, "Nah."
I've also been driving for 10 hours.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah.
So flying doesn't do good, but I don't do good flying.
No, man.
Flying used to be fun, but it ain't no more.
Yeah.
It used to be, and me and Earl know this, you get on an airplane, what shit, you spread out, bring me a drink, light up a smoke.
Have a good time.
Yeah. We stood in the back, the flight attendants you was talking about in the back. Me and Buddy and Bobby Joe stayed back there. We didn't even sit in our seat.
Yeah.
The whole time. We was back there drinking liquor, hitting on the flight attendants.
Hey, there you go.
That sounds like...
It sounds like back in the day when y'all was doing all this shit, it sounds like me and Josh would have fit in pretty damn well.
Yes, you would have.
Well, almost too well.
Things were
probably a reason why.
Yeah.
Golly.
We had a big time.
Me and Dave got on an airplane in Greenville one time and flew to Atlanta to see what time it was. Remember that? We did.
Did it change? Mm-mm. Let's go back.
We were the only two on the plane, and it was coming back. It was like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. And me and Dave was back there hitting on, drinking liquor, and
playing ball, using Coke cans and a rolled up paper towel as a bowling alley on the damn plane.
Dave used to have a Corvette convertible. The one that got a DUI in 9 times.
9 or 10.
It was.
Well, they stopped keep count back then.
Yeah. But anyway, we was riding on that, and we'd get on 85. And Dave would get it just as fast as it could go, 120 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Then we'd get up and we'd sit on the back while it coasted for miles. We'd sit up on the back, instead of seats.
Yeah.
While it coasted down to
Yeah, this is a damn miracle we even here.
I was going to say,
This is true. Y'all are miracle babies.
Yeah.
You right about that.
Well,
it's when people talk about they wish they were back 20 years old again. Hell no. We was in places that I don't think we can get out of again.
Yeah.
One night me and her was riding around at 2:30 in the morning or whatever time it was, and was in Anderson. Okay? Mm-hmm. And we just riding around on the bad side of town.
Yeah, bad side of town.
That we didn't even know was the bad side of town. Mm-hmm. But we see a bunch of cars and music.
Neon
lights.
Seen a Schlitz malt liquor sign.
That's our kind of place.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time right there.
Well, it was. We pulled in there and got out, went in there, and could I get Cuba Libre and 77? Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah, so you can.
Yeah. Turned around, drank a drink from the bar, and I think... I don't know if I looked over you looked over me, or else we the only white people in here.
And we was.
Ah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, see, y'all were trying to, dude, that's the thing about it. You go in there, have a drink, you freaking fellowship. Y'all had a great time.
Well, we did.
Y'all weren't because you weren't scared. You took off all the bullshit. And you said we're going to have a good time with other people.
I mean,
the Schlitz sign should have been a giveaway, but it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's alcohol at that point. I mean, more.
That's the
alcohol.
thing. You guys were ahead of your time because you were breaking racial barriers. There's no reason that you couldn't have been in there having a good time.
That's right.
It ain't got nothing to do with the dang color of your skin. It's just people wanting to get together and have a good time.
That's right.
Did that.
And then y'all showed up and y'all had a good time and everything was just fine. The damn media is the one that would have made it a big deal.
Yep.
We ain't gonna make it a big deal.
That's right, boy.
It wasn't a big deal till Earl started hitting on some black lady, and then things went downhill from there. And I said, we better go.
Well, then again, I was gonna say you didn't know, whose wife that was, whose girl that was. It was kind of a thing then. You know,
We better get out.
I was gonna say it still didn't matter about the color of your skin at that point. It was just
Didn't have nothing to do
Just like
with
the
it.
morning, the color is not nearly as high priority as you would think.
No. Surely not.
Oh, good times were had by all.
Now, when y'all went into bars, were there people in there who would like save seats? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd set a table with about 2 people, and there'd be a 6-seat table. Anybody sitting here? Yeah.
Yeah. I
remember that.
Well, where they at?
I remember being a damn kid and, being with your buddies, and you'd be hanging out doing something, and you get up and you'd be like, seat save infinity. Like, what the hell were we doing?
Yeah,
we were scared that someone was going to sit in the seat we were sitting in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Were we all retarded?
I was going to say that concept. Yeah, I feel like we were a little bit, but I feel like a good way to break that is, I don't like that we did that, man, because that is silly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to save this seat. I don't want nobody sitting in it because I can't sit 3 seats down and talk to the same people.
Exactly.
But I think if we switched it up and like you started calling it a different name, like you made, because right now, Safe Seat Infinity, ooh, that sounds smooth. That sounds like, I just claimed something.
Yeah.
Dude, if you get people to start saying, ass spot, that's my ass spot, save my ass spot.
Nobody's
right
going to want to take it.
I feel like we're not going to have a lot of people going around saying, save my ass spot.
Yeah.
So,
that's just like right
a good
now.
way to get rid of it.
If I was to stand up and go leave and walk out of here, and I looked at y'all and I said, seat save, y'all'd look at me like I was a dumbass.
Because not all 3 be in that chair when you got back.
Yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs that I see right now that are empty. And you think, why did he want to save that one seat? What's he doing?
Yeah. Also, what's over there in that seat?
Right. And I thought about that the other day. I was
Money in
like,
the seat
what
somewhere.
the hell were we even doing?
Dude, it's so crazy to think about the like how you were as a younger kid, like middle school, man, because you thought you were doing your own thing. You was just following the damn river.
Every kid in
cool.
a middle school is an idiot.
Yes.
Every single kid.
Yep.
Every one of them.
And they just don't know it. They think, shit, boy. If I knew how dumb I was back then, I'd start studying more.
Saving seats was ridiculous. Yeah, we should have. But
Start studying sooner, too.
Yeah, sooner and better and harder. Like put effort in.
The more ridiculous than a saving of a seat is giving people wet willies. The only
another childish thing.
A lot of people don't even know what wet willies are.
Oh yeah, for the people who aren't educated, it's not sexual in nature at all. So don't think
Tell
that.
them.
A wet willy is when you go up to your buddy for whatever reason, and you put your finger in your mouth, and then you put it in their ear to make their ear all wet and gross.
Couldn't be gay.
Couldn't be more disgusting, frankly.
Yeah.
It's just gross. But that was a thing, man. That was a thing back. That was like a little prank, like a quick prank. Wet willy.
Yeah, the only people still giving wet willies are perverts.
Oh, 100%. 2021.
If you roll up
I thought
somewhere,
we weren't going to talk about Biden.
good point. He's giving wet willies for sure.
Oh my God.
Probably just on the daily basis to one of his little
I
assistants
think
or
what
whatever.
happened with Biden, he's foregoing the finger. He's just going straight tongue to ear.
Calls it a wet Joey.
That wet joke. Can I get a wet joke? That sounds like a shit sandwich at Jersey Mike's.
Oh yeah. If you go somewhere and if you I think about places you might see that happen, right? Like if you rolled up to like a family barbecue or a family reunion, and someone said, and you heard it in the distance, and then looked and saw someone wiping their ear that you heard wet willy. You should call the cops.
Oh, dude, I'd call the cops right away.
I'd call the cops and be like, hey, you need to come check this out.
Yeah, this looks like some form of assault.
Predator among us.
Yes.
Or if you like over at McDonald's Playland and you hear that.
Oh, good God. Call the cops.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
That's the new, when people shout, what do people shout when they're in trouble?
Help.
Yeah.
Help.
That's the new help. If someone shouts help, or if you hear somebody shout rape.
Well, dude, nowadays
Wet Willies is just like that.
Wet Willy's the
Call
equivalent.
somebody.
Yeah, for God's sakes, get some help to him.
Right. Right.
It's like screaming fire in a theater. Don't joke around with it.
Yeah.
If you're getting a wet willy, yell it out and someone will come help.
Yeah. Yell it and someone will come help.
That's right.
Or hopefully, man.